I want to talk about Patriot Front. They're back in the news. And of course, we're going to open the phone lines very shortly. I got Gerard a new computer. It wasn't a new computer. It was actually a 10-year-old MacBook Pro that I had lying around. And we can't get it to work for some reason. So he's using his old computer, but so far so good. Don't want to jinx things, but we're looking good. Anyways, our favorite feds are back in the news as Patriot Front marched in D.C. on July 4th. Now, I say feds tongue-in-cheek, obviously, as I have long been on record at times when it was quite difficult position to hold, saying these are not feds at all. They're not. I mean, I know a lot of you think they're feds. They're not feds. I actually watched, there's a video circulating, which you can watch. I'm not going to play it here. It's too long. An impassioned speech by their leader, Thomas Russo. I watched it today, and I have to say, I was pretty impressed with his oratory and the aura. The guy's got some riz. He's a very good speaker. He's exactly the type of person you would want leading your organization. Now, I had never really seen him in that capacity before. Like, at first I was like, is he reading this off of something? Like, this is a pretty impressive speech to be giving without reading it. And he wasn't. It was just off the dome. Maybe he prepared a little bit, but it was quite compelling. Regardless of if you're into that or not, you can look at someone and just be like, that is a, talented speaker. And it really did get me thinking about the whole narrative that they're all feds, which I know many of you are like, they're feds. You believe that they're feds. Personally, I've always found it funny that he basically espouses a lot of beliefs that many of you on, I guess, the farther right believe, but then he's disregarded as some kind of Fed trap, I guess. He's a Fed. He's just, the feds are setting us up. I don't know. Most of the interviews he gives, he has to spend time making the case that he's actually just a white nationalist and not a federal agent, which, again, hilarious. If you're a white nationalist, you're like, no, I'm a white nationalist. And everybody's like, nah, you're a Fed. Always found that funny. Which, look, if I worked for the federal government, think about this. If I worked for the federal government, I was in fact concerned about the proliferation of a movement like this. You can't help but think that that would kind of be an effective strategy to kind of push that narrative out there that they are actually feds. Because again, feds don't, like the actual federal government, they're untouchable. What the fuck do they care if anybody thinks Patriot Front is feds? Like, that doesn't affect the federal government in any way. You still have to pay your taxes. Like, the FBI can still arrest you. The CIA can spy on you. Like, all of this stuff doesn't affect the federal government. But if they are worried about this group, they're like, yeah, they're feds. Get a few bots going. And again, we always talk about bots and these, nations that have bots and these bot farms. America has their own bot farms, and they're probably the best ones. Let's be honest. Like, the notion that they're like, oh, no, it's only like China and Iran and stuff has bot farms. America would never do such a thing. But it is an effective strategy. Discredit the entire movement by just making anybody who might be interested in such a cause believe that they're feds. I think it's almost like it's a first order conspiracy theory that they are in fact feds. In my mind, almost the real conspiracy theory here is that they're actually a legitimate group, and many of you have been fooled by the actual feds into thinking that they're feds to discredit their movement and ensure that it can't grow larger than it is. Because I feel like a few of you, I talk on the phone, you'd be like prime Patriot Front people, but you're all like, no, they're feds. But I think you're not looking into this enough. I think you just go, oh, they're feds. Joe Rogan said they're feds. They must be feds. Look, they all wear the same pants. Feds. And obviously there were, we now know with the SPLC was funding a lot of the Unite the Right stuff, the Charlottesville, and this is kind of like was an offshoot of Charlottesville. But I really don't think they're feds. I don't. And the guy's a talented speaker. But you can see how the government would be like, yeah, just They're feds. Yeah, you got us. Nobody go join them. We're going to get you. They're feds. There's a Reuters photo going around with the caption, members of the group Patriot Front. And this is on the thumbnail of the show tonight. Members of the group Patriot Front ride the metro as a commuter looks on. A commuter. Do you think that commuter paid to be on that train or jumped the turnstile? A commuter, technically still a commuter, during the 250th anniversary of U.S. independence in Washington, D.C. Now, the commuter was a black woman surrounded by all these white nationalists. Very powerful stuff, a very powerful photo. If you know nothing about Patriot Front, if you just kind of casually read the news, you see this and you go, it's like a Rosa Parks situation. Now, I can't confirm the videos going around if they're real. I do think they are. But there is a video of someone that looks strikingly like the commuter. And in this video, I believe this commuter is attempting to take a shit on the train. Has her whole ass out, trying to take a shit, maybe farting, taking a shit. I've seen some people refer to her as Rosa Farts. Pretty funny. But she was quite well behaved when Patriot Front was riding the train with her. Quite well behaved. As were they. It was very civil. The whole thing was very... honestly, I saw that and I was like, maybe we need Patriot Front riding the subway in New York City. Like a new version of Curtis Lee was Guardian Angels. We just need them just kind of keep in order. If they want to, they can pass out some pamphlets if they want. That's a fair trade. I'll take that trade all day. They hand out some of their pamphlets, maybe some of their white gaiters, like some merch, but they keep everything civil. I like it.